Hi, this is Brad Linder with Liliputing, and we're here with NajmTek, which is a company that's developing a dual screen, dual screen laptop with a 12-inch display, right? 13.3-inch display, and a secondary display down here which works as a keyboard. And the reason why they're using a touch screen down here for the keyboard is that it's completely customizable. So you can change languages, you can change keyboard layouts, you can do a number of different things that way. You can also create your own shortcuts at the top, and then some applications may be available then that would take advantage of this as a touch area. So for instance, you can use it as a writing or a drawing tablet if you're using an artistic application. The device weighs a little bit less than 5 pounds. That extra screen does make it a little bit heavier than some laptops, but it also has an 8-cell battery to help power both displays, and should get about 5 to 6 hours of use under regular conditions, or 11 to 12 hours of use, or 10 to 11 hours of idle time. It's typing on the screen is sort of an unusual experience because you don't have the tactile feedback. So really this is going to be for people who really want that extra level of customization as opposed to people who are just necessarily looking for the typical typing experience. But you'll also have a multi-touch experience here, which thanks to the software developer kit that NajmTek is coming up with, may lead to some interesting applications. It actually supports 12-point multi-touch, so you can use all 10 fingers at once and invite over a friend with 2 fingers and do some interesting things. So this is just a prototype, and it's on display at CES 2012. The final version could be available as soon as the third quarter of the year. NajmTek is still looking for funding in order to bring the whole thing to fruition. But the goal is by then to be able to start distributing it later this year. By that point, it might include Windows 8 instead of Windows 7. Currently, it's running Intel Sandy Bridge processors, and it may have Ivy Bridge that's available at that point. So they're going to keep upgrading this as time goes by before releasing it. But overall, it's an interesting concept for typing in different languages. Is the keyboard off here? What's going on?
Sorry.
Oh, I see. And this is what happens when you start working with a prototype and try to do live video. Well, not live video, but it's live while you're watching us, I guess.
Okay.
That's okay. As you can see, though, from previous attempts at typing here, though, you can type in multiple languages just by changing the keyboard layout. So, if in an education setting, for instance, where you might have students learning new languages or students speaking different languages natively, they can all use the same computer without having to switch to new computers. The goal, again, is to release it in the third quarter of the year, and it'll be priced somewhere between around $900 and $1,200. This is Brad Linder with Liliputing, and a first look at the NajmTek Ubook with a touchscreen keyboard.